The Fed meeting is now over, and as anticipated, there was a pause in the rates. Now, what wasn't anticipated, at least on my end, was this move to the upside, because I was actually expecting ADA to go down lower towards this region here between 65 cents and 66 cents. Now, we were tracking this move, which is a corrective move, and our targets were this one here between 66 cents and 70 cents, and those targets were met. And within this corrective move, we had a WXY structure, and our Y wave target was this one here between 66 cents and 68 cents. And that target was also met. And so the minimum targets were met for this corrective move. And so this structure here that we were tracking is valid. However, I was anticipating ADA to go down lower, which it never did, which is not too much of an issue. Now, in order for us to confirm that we are on an upward trend, then we need to break this key target here at 77 cents, which is our local high. And so, yeah, should this target be met, then that would confirm we are on an upward trend where we could potentially begin to track our wave 3. Now, for as long as we continue to break past this local high, then that could potentially mean that this wave 2 is also confirmed at 64 cents. And yeah, as things stand at the moment, we have the indicators that are signaling that we are bullish, at least in the short term. For example, we have here our stochastic RSI, which is indicating that we are within the oversold conditions. And so we have a lot more buying momentum, where we could potentially see the price of ADA retest this strong high that's signaled on Smart Money Concept at 75 cents. And also we have this local high at 77 cents. And so we could potentially retest those two targets, and we are looking at a potential surge of around anywhere between 4 and we'll call it 6%. And so it's not really far-fetched really in the grand scheme of things. Now, as things stand, we do have the price of ADA also finding support at the 200 DMA, which is something that we need in order for us to continue to be bullish. And the 50 EMA is also on the brink of actually crossing the 200 DMA, which is also known as a golden cross. And that is also bullish, because what tends to happen is we tend to see a surge on the price of assets in general, whether it be ADA or Bitcoin or any other assets out there. Now, a few videos ago, I did talk about two scenarios potentially playing out, and one of which was a 5-wave move to the upside, where this was our wave 1, and then we have our wave 2, and then our wave 3, 4, and 5 to play out in the days to come. And the other scenario was a WXY structure. Now, both scenarios are still bullish because we are still looking at an upward trend. And so in the meantime, what we can do is to target out where ADA could potentially reach. And so if I use the Fibonacci retracement tool and move this to here, bring that lower to where it's supposed to be. So our minimum target really that I'm going to be keeping an eye on is this one here at 1. So if we do see a WXY structure playing out, then our Y wave target will be a 1 to 1.236 retracement of our wave W. So the minimum target that we need to be keeping an eye on is this one here at 81 cents, which coincidentally falls where our fair value gap is. And so that's an interesting target to be also keeping an eye on should we see the price of ADA break through that 77 cent mark. And if the price of ADA ends up breaching past both the 1 and 1.236 level and towards that 1.618 level, then that will signal that we are within a 5-wave structure as opposed to a WXY structure. And so should we retest that 1.618 level, then that will be our third wave. So you have our wave 1, wave 2, and then our wave 3. And then we've got a wave 4 and wave 5 to follow soon after. And so that will be a key target to be keeping an eye on as soon as we potentially break out of that 77 cent mark. And should we actually break past 77 cents and retest that 100% retracement of this wave structure here, then we could potentially find some resistance within this fair value gap too. So we could potentially see a small retracement where we could potentially find support at this 77 cent mark, which is of course bullish in the long run, which is something that we need in order for us to continue to see moves to the upside. And so, yeah, as things stand at the moment, we are looking promising, which again wasn't really something I expected. I expected this downward move first before we saw a breakout to the upside. However, we ended up breaking out sooner than I anticipated, which is not too much of an issue, really. And so, yeah, that's just my quick update on Cardano ADA. Hopefully you found this useful. And if you did, then feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Take it easy, people. Peace.